Hi there, my name is Jared and this is Simply Tuning In. Welcome back for another lesson of the week. So our topic of the week this week is staying in tune. What a kind of like murky topic. So what does it even mean to stay in tune? I guess that'll be probably the first thing we think about. When you hear anybody says that's pitchy or that's sharp or that's flat or that's a little bit high or a little bit low, these are all words to talk about your intonation. So without getting too specific, because if you get into the science of it, it's all about how big the wavelengths are, and what we call each note is how big and tall the wavelengths are. Don't worry about any of that. So when you look at a piano, you have all these white keys, right? For example, right? That's what we call a C major scale. And staying in tune means when I'm singing every note in the scale here, that when I sing this note, for example, do, you would agree that what I'm singing and what I'm playing is the same, right? But here, watch me sing something a little bit low or flat. Do. So flat means I'm a little bit underneath the pitch, and sharp means I'm a little bit over the pitch. And when somebody says that's pitchy or that's not in tune, what they're saying is when you're singing the notes of a song, you're not quite exactly hitting that note. Do, you're maybe a little bit under. Do, that's way too under. But the thing is, it's not so low that it's the note below it. So it's not do. So ideally, well, not ideally, ideally we want to be hitting exactly the note as it is. But when you're not in tune, that means that sometimes you're singing in between these notes. So it's not quite a wrong note, and it's not quite a right note, because you're not singing a different note on the piano, you're in between the notes on the piano. There are technically, if you want to get mathematical about it, an infinite amount of notes in between here, because there's an infinite amount of numbers between any two numbers. So, but we want to hit exactly this note, and that's going to be our goal. Okay, but that sounds all super scientific and very confusing. How do you actually do that in a song? Well, the thing that our bodies are programmed to sort of do things the right way. And the best way, so there are two main things you need to think about. One, when you're singing a song, do you know the notes? I know that's kind of a silly thing to think, but if you were to sing a song, for example, I don't know, amazing, and you stop on that note of Amazing Grace, will that note be exactly the right note? Do you know exactly what note that note should be? The answer is yes. You're already halfway there to singing in tune. Sometimes we sing songs and don't realize, oh, maybe that note I don't exactly know where it is. I just kind of am used to singing it. So one step is go through a song that you're singing note by note and think, okay, what is this note actually? And if you can get it, then that's halfway there. The other way, the other half of this, the other part of the key of this, is singing through the note and doing it with confidence. So part of the problem is a lot of us, we back away, especially when the note gets high or the note is quiet or something. And ideally, we don't want to back away from the note. When you do, think about like if you're throwing a ball and you want it to go exactly where you want it. So you go whoosh, and it goes exactly there, or throwing a dart. Whoosh. But suppose you're throwing it and you back away as you're throwing it. Then it's not going to go right there. And it's the exact same with singing. You want to have a goal and you sing to your goal. So maybe you'll get the note wrong, but you will sing directly the note wrong. So here's what I mean. We'll do a warm-up after this, but I'm going to sing la 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 la. And it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, and la 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 la. And I was thinking, this note, this note, this note, and I was going right at it. You have to kind of have this sort of confidence about knowing this is the note I'm singing. And that's actually something that really helps the note be in tune. And if I were to sing that again, but I were to feel unsure of where I wanted to go or make a different change, okay, maybe I want to sing it soft or sing it low, and I make a change in the middle, then it becomes less secure and then the notes get out of tune. So like, it's hard for me to do it wrong, but I'll try. And la 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 la. Like maybe that was close, but you need to go right to it to make the notes be in tune. The thing that's the hardest thing about staying in tune is singing things slowly. Usually the faster it goes, sort of like riding a bike. It's hard to ride a bike slowly and to stay upright. But if you're going fast, that momentum will keep you going and you'll stay in tune. So it's kind of like that a little bit. So this is the time where I'll say to pause the video and go to the link in the description and check out our warm up of the week if you want to warm up. So I'll give you 3 seconds to do that. 3, 2, 1, and welcome back. All right. So let's get into our song this week, which is I Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis. This one's great. So this one, I picked it because it's kind of slow. And you have this sort of back and forth feeling. We're in 6/8 here. Wise men say. The tendency is to sing it not directly, like to be held back, and it's going to put you out of tune. You need to go through each note. Wise men say, only fools rush in. And make sure that you're giving a sense of legato to it so that it builds and comes away, and you're moving through the notes the whole time. That's going to help it stay super in tune. So let's just do the first line. The wise men say. Go ahead and take a pause and listen to the song if you've never heard it before. It's a relatively simple song. And that's what makes it hard to stay in tune. The simpler it is, the harder it is to stay in tune. 2, beginning and. Wise men say, only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. And I know that was in tune because I know the notes and I'm connecting all of them together. Wise men say, as opposed to wise men say. And if you separate the notes, it's going to take more effort for you to put them in the place they need to be. Connect them all together and give it some confidence. Do something with it, and you'll be more likely to sing it in tune. Or you'll sing a wrong note, but the wrong note will be in tune. So I'll take a wrong note in tune than the right note's out of tune any day. Oof, out of tune singing is it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. But yeah. And then, so we just did that part. So go ahead and repeat it if you need to, if you want to learn the song. And then we have, like the river flows, do, 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 do. Be super precise, each note. Before, when I was preparing the song for this video today, I went through every note. It's like, gotta be in tune for the in tune lesson. Like a river flows. Each note, you have to be able to stop on each note and say, this is the note I'm on. We're here. All right, so from Like a River Flows, let's try the chorus real quick. And like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So that's another one. Okay, first you have to know the timing too. You can't be in tune if the rhythm is also off. Some things are meant to be. Yeah, so go ahead and go back and repeat if you need to. But actually, we've learned the whole song. So it's that same, those notes and those rhythms that we've just learned, plus the chorus of what we've done. And then add those together, mix them up, serve chilled with ice. I don't know. Yeah, and then you've got yourself a nice version of I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. So, all right, let's do our final run through of the song. I'm trying to keep the videos a bit shorter now to combat with our quicker lifestyle these days. So, yeah, looking forward to singing this one with you. All right, enjoy. I'll give you a bit of an introduction. 1, 2, here we go. Wise men say, only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love be a sin, but I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Bring it back. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. That's always a nice one. All right. Thanks so much for joining us this week. We'll see you next week. I haven't decided on the video yet, so I'll post that later in the group. All right. See you then. Ciao.